I threw that in there as well.
Thank you. And if you want my unusual whales thing, just let me know. I'll be happy to share it. I think you can have it open on more than one desktop at one time too. Morning, Jerry.
Yeah, Nicole, that'd be cool. I've never used it. So I'd love to check it out actually, because I was thinking about getting a tool like Flow Trade or something like that. So if I could just see it, just to check it out to see what that kind of service is just for a little bit, I'd love that.
Sure. Yeah, I'll message you the login stuff right now.
Okay,
On
cool.
Discord.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Looks like fast picking up here. Maybe we'll finish going the weekend green. Who knows? This could just be a bigger pullback to the downside. Looks like Moderna's consolidating here. Need to keep an eye on pot stocks that steel rate ammo. Should put legislation in for prohibition on marijuana. So we got senators and stuff dumping their money in steel rate ammo.
Hey, Jerry, you have a good vacation?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good, actually. Thanks for asking.
Well, we're glad you're back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet there'll be a lot of bag holders on Tilray.
On
So,
Tilray?
Yeah, but it's worth watching for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, at this moment, it don't look really good. Yeah, but keep an eye on it though. Look a lot better with 1470. When the senators and stuff like that start putting their money in there, they usually have insider information. So every time they start talking about legislation, prices go up on it. Who knows? All right, let's check out the regulars here. Guess it could turn around. Probably going to push down and open these bigger tickers that are running up. Some could gap fill instantly before turning around. Could be a nice rally if they start to pick back up. SPY didn't pull back as much as I thought it would. I mean, just normal market correction. There's nothing crazy right now. Unless these things decide to gap fill and keep going lower. Let's play it by ear. So let's mark. So anything that breaks pre-market highs is probably going to be long. Remember, 9:30 or 10 o'clock is scalping, or I'm scalping. And after 10 o'clock, we're looking to hold this position a little bit longer. Market's still choppy overall. So the breakout is consolidations, which the market's been trending down, which has been really good the last couple of days. There's actually a direction. NVIDIA broke through that pivot on a 4-hour, which is really nice. Got a 2-2 reversal, come back down. Needs a correction. So start to pull back up. We can see some big old moves today. Tesla. This is you can. Morning, everybody.
Morning, Jerry. What do you think about Costco?
Let's go back up to 413 or 414. Remarket. Oh yeah. 414.35 is bottom that. Try. With a dip. They're buying a dip up pretty fast on it. Yep. So it's gonna have a breakout this morning. Pull back pretty hard. Not able to get in at open here. If it starts to trend up at open, target's gonna be 414.60. And then all-time highs. That's pretty good. Trend. Amazon. Check out the big boys. Amazon, look at that. That's garbage. See that yesterday? That is Chop City right there.
JP Morgan looks good.
Nice. Shot. All right, so Shopify on the 4 hour is expanded through the 4 hour. It could come right back up to 1587. Keep an eye on it today. And it could come up to Shopify reverses here with C 1481. Pretty quick.
Jerry, what do you think of Airbnb? Do you think it's exhausted?
JP Morgan needs to break that 156. Kind of wicky on the daily. Be careful in it. No rejection. Of course, the last 2 days been kind of crap. AB is big. Yeah. Starting to wait near the bottom here. It could be expanding to this 4 hour. It could come back through range. If it starts to go long today, you gotta be careful around that 140 level. Reject and go lower. Picking up pre-market. So it really needs to break above 140.50 to be on the safe side.
Yeah, I was targeting 140, 141 and above.
Yes, sir. I'll do it. Next, all right, let's check out markets almost open. Market's gonna be open in a second. Get Roku right there. All right, here we go. Time to party. All right, Myrna's coming down. Gap fill. Trails down. HD gapped up this morning. Nets down. Shops coming down. Let them open up this morning for sure. Tesla shooter. We got a hammer. Novak's Doji. Amazon looks like garbage. It is pushing up a little bit. Roku's trying to push up this morning. CRWD's breaking out on a hammer after the second. Shop. I like shop right here. 2-2 coming back to range. It can set up. It goes long here. We can see $10 real quick. Shopify's long right now. Shopify's long.
Roku's ripping.
Roku's long.
Yep.
Apple's going.
The video's coming up here. Shopify. Add a Shopify here. Oh, the video's coming up. ST pushing as well. Shopify breaks back through 1465 to be long again. Be careful, guys. There's no telling what this thing can do.
The first 15 minutes, the SPX options close, so that causes a lot of volatility.
Yeah, just remember cash is a position.
It's just gonna be long over 185 here. GRWD's coming up. This is looking strong. Murray's trying to hammer back up. CRWD is long, but you need to wait now. Next coming up. Oh shit, charter cables. All right, Myrna's fishing to go long here. Myrna, be careful. The volume's not really there. This is coming up. Tesla needs to break 656. Oh, no. Tesla's long right now. It needs to break 658. Here comes Shopify again. Amazon's like shit. All right, it's Myrna. Be careful, the volume's not there. Yeah, this contract's quick. It's long when it crosses 290, 279. Everything's starting to pull back, yeah. Carvana's still pushing. CVNA. Remember, if you're in this shit, you better scalp it. Novak's coming up on a hammer.
Microsoft's going.
Carvana's long, target 320. Thank you. Carvana's long, target 320 here.
Apple's going. Apple's going to try to break 150.
Nice. All right, the first 5-minute candle. Okay. Yeah, it's doing that 2-2 on that 4-hour. That's really good. Yeah, so. Verse 149.78 is going along. Here's Tesla. Starbucks not picking up, pushing right here on a hammer. Oh, Tesla. Tesla needs a break. 751. Baba puking. Baidu puking. Etsy trying to come back up. Starbucks is C120.83.
Netflix puking.
Let's see if Bubba, oh shit, Tesla's short for gap fill right now. And the time coming down. All right, market's rolling over, boys and girls. Starbucks still going here. I hope it pukes. You continue that downtrend. Or Tesla's short here. Tesla's short. Starbucks is long. Etsy's long right now. HD's long. Mobile hammer. Starbucks is long. $1 away. Baidu short. Baidu short. Etsy's long. Baidu short. I'm gonna target 180.61 on this thing. It's a continuation of the downside. We're gonna look for Spire here to fill this gap. People pulling their damn money out pre-markets. What's going on? Spire's gonna be short right now. Target 434.96 to begin with. I'll probably bring down Apple with it. Keep eye on Myrna. Novavax is filling that gap this morning, so Myrna could do the same thing. If you're in anything to cover, we're getting a simultaneous break to the downside here. Piton trying to go short. PMG, get thing down.
Space is coming
Space
up.
is coming up. Yeah, shit. Space looks pretty good. A lot of sideways movement. There you go, Tesla. Thank you very much. Piton short. For anything. try to cover.
Microsoft's really strong.
Let's take a look at Microsoft. Oh, shoot. Breaking all-time highs. Yeah, Microsoft's long. Take a look at Apple. Apple's doing a mobile hammer. Apple needs a break. The only thing is your target's only 20, 30 cents away. Double top here and come right back down. No wax puking here. Shit, Charter K was crazy. Etsy's still on here. Starbucks still going. Charter's fixing to go on. Need a clean break of this high here. Charter's long. It's a long ways to go back up. It could have went through this pivot high here. Keep a tight stop on it. I'm breaking a retest at 60 coming on up. But before I look at it, the upside, you know. NVIDIA. NVIDIA Starbucks still going here, still grinding. Bob puke. All right, guys. NVIDIA breaks 754.34. It's going to be short. We just had to pull back to the upside on the 60. Go right back down to the ground. Get them ready. Get them freaking ready. Down you. NVIDIA breaks this low. She's gone. There you go, Tesla. Thank you very much. I like 35%.
Amazon.
Yeah, it's
Amazon.
breaking yesterday's lows.
Take a look at it. Boy, some choppy, ugly garbage yesterday evening. Alrighty, she's getting to be short right here. Oh yeah, she does. It's 35.54 target. Let a clean break here. So if it breaks 36.16.30, it's short.
Intel's ripping.
Thank you very much, Tesla. Starbucks still going here. Be careful with Amazon. We don't want it to expand. It's been really choppy. Alrighty. Starbucks. Thank you very much. Tesla, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Starbucks still going here. Target's 120.83. Slowly grinding this at a smaller count. Be perfect for you. A little bit late to get in it. You're not in already in it though. T-Mobile. Yeah, 1 second. Etsy's still going here. Roku's kind of crap. Much are quick. It was pushing up and going back. Etsy needs to break back above here. 185.60. A lot of them choppy. You got to be in and out so fast in the morning. You know, fast will get you. All right, Amazon. You got to push. I'd love to see Myrna Gap fill here. Right now, Amazon's in a really tight range. It's expanding. Starbucks still pushing. All right, First Solar just came up. I'm marking that thing this morning. It's been dying. First Solar fixing to be short. Target's $82. First Solar short. FSLR is short. FSLR is short. Really cheap.
Amazon's gone.
Amazon, don't forget that. Bring this stuff. Be careful, folks. HJ. HJ's good for about 10 or 11. It's supposed to come back down. Ooh, NVIDIA fish go short here. HD's long. HD is long. NVIDIA, here we go. That's the one I want. That's the one I want right here. NVIDIA got long ways to go. 683 and 650. Big old mover. First 15-minute candle. Let's see what happens here. Starbucks goes inside up and be long.
Yeah, Microsoft looks good on the 15, but not the 5.
Yeah, it's making lower highs. Be careful with it. Stop if you're in it. 283. Needs to break 284. Can go long. All right, NVIDIA's fixing to go short here. NVDA. Just go. Video short here. Video is short. Red meat, boys. Bitch is trying to fill that gap. Now, John Testa might need to get another run at it. Charter, wick. Netflix coming down, target pivot low. Netflix is short. Baba's fixing to break short here, go the downside. BBIG is fixing to break go lower. We're running inside HD, so I'm gonna look a little bit.
Amazon's still puking.
Amazon. Amazon dying. Amazon is still short. And its target, Amazon's first target is going to be this pivot, 35.62, 35.60. Still early in the day. Careful. Be careful.
Yeah, Microsoft looks dangerous. I would get out if I was in.
Yeah, and lower highs. First sign of weakness. No, Tesla here. Tesla's trying to go lower. It's got a beautiful PMG setting up. Tesla's still short here. If you want to wait until it breaks 647, you can. Target be 637.88. Shopify is short. SHOP is short. Shop is short. Target pivot low. Shopify 1420 target. $16 away. Amazon still short. Baidu short right now. Let them die. More still stuck inside. Netflix almost a target here. Etsy trying to hammer up, it needs to break whenever 551 to go long. Market's a mixed bag this morning. Be careful. Be really careful. NVIDIA, bring your ass down, girl. You're dying. The good thing about the market going lower is that trending. It's a trending down. All right, Myrna's trying to pop back up here. Keep it on watch. She's fixing to break to the top side. Baidu still short. Whenever I get into a position, I immediately set a limit sale. Myrna's long right now. Myrna's long. Baidu's still dying here. Maybe it's trying to go back down again. Myrna's hard to get out of, so just be careful.
Roku's puking.
Roku, PMG down, first target on Roku.
It's coming up on that pivot. Roku's coming up on that pivot there.
Yeah, 402. You gotta be careful on that 402.50 level there.
Yeah.
That would be your first target though. So that's gonna go down. Out of Shopify.
US Steel is short, but it's getting close to a range. The ATR range.
Is that X?
Yep.
It's trying to remember. Etsy's longer, add to it if you're not in it. Etsy longer, add to it. NVIDIA, thank you very much. NVIDIA die here. Ah. NVIDIA, thank you very much. Have a nice day. Well, Myrna just moved $2. Nobody's coming up strong. Following Myrna's lead. I'm done for the day, boys and girls. Let's see if we can't look around a bit longer though. Myrna is long on that break to 280. Novak's coming in high. On its footstep. The video was a nice short. I guess it was a nice short. Shop was nice. Again, Amazon. The video, thank you very much. They are trending down, folks. They are trending down. Before they chopped sideways, a lot of them did. Now they're starting to trend. I don't care if it's up or down. The video's still short here. If you're in it. I'm already out of it, but I'll be looking to re-enter. What's that?
Myrna's still going.
Oh. Yeah, Myrna's nice. Novak's coming up with it too. If you like Novak's better, being early entry into it, probably gonna pop right out just like Myrna. I keep them side by side because one leads and one lags usually. There's a 2-2 right here on the fiver back up. First target's gonna be the high. Amazon could go short again here. Can't get back in it. Baba's short. BABA short. Baba short. Roku short. Roku broke through, next target pivot low, 15. Amazon, since it breaks this 360.71, be a pullback to downside. Love it. I love it. I don't care which way they trend. Myrna's up $2.75 from alert. There goes Novak. There's no break. Oh, rotate. Going back a little bit. Right now it's kind of chopping sideways, making an outside candle on 60. There's Novak's, boys and girls. I told you they lead, one leads and one lags. So I keep them up just for that reason. Netflix is breaking through 15 pivot. Next target will be 30. Okay, Novak's 2-2. How it follows. Tell you Myrna's pulling back right now. Novak probably followed suit here in a second.
Tesla's trying to reverse.
Big doji right now. It's no man's land at the second.
Jerry, CTAS, Ripon, CTAS.
Yeah, Texas in a spot right now where it can't really do much with it. CTS, look at that, boys. That's some volume coming in on that. Doji Mon, there's a 2-2 on the, wow, that's good. Dude, this thing can go to 392 today for lunch today. We got to be careful that it's not expanding to that 4 hour just to come back down. So we're going to have a pretty good downtrend right here. Let's see, volume on 464 today, 100. Volume's decreasing dramatically. You got to be careful. Charter's fixing to go long here. It does look good though. CHTR is fixing to go long from the scout. XC's almost a target here. XC's almost a target. If you're an XC, I'd go ahead and pull profit right now. Charter's fixing to 2-2 back up. As soon as it breaks the top, it'll be long. Novak's still going. Myrna's going to go again. Anytime they go back solid green, it's an add point. All right, here goes Baidu with a big hammer. All right. Novak's still coming up. Charter coming up. Etsy. Etsy definitely looks better out of the two. Between, I keep Etsy and Roku together. Target on this thing was pivot high on the 15. Should have been formed profits on the way up. You should have been formed profits when it got close to it. Reason because it's sideways on the 60. There goes Myrna. If Etsy does want to start rolling back up here, it's a 3-1-2. It's a short reverse on the 4 hour. 2-1 on the ready. And Myrna's kicking ass and taking names here. Charter's long. CHTR is long. 2-3 back up. CHTR is long. I put that on my screen the other day. It's pretty good one. Pretty good one. It's up there with Amazon shop. Myrna's longer add to it here. Myrna's longer add to it. She's up $4.50 since alert. Tesla's coming on down. Tesla short. Tesla short. Tesla short. Tesla is short. Target 30 pivot. And then 15 pivot. Novak short or Novak's long. Add to it. Amazon we should go short again. That's how we do. HD. Who's the guy that's in HD? Swings. Anybody holding HD swings? NVIDIA. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. She's gonna trend. She's short again.
Yeah, I'm still in HD, man. I held it. I was
Oh,
getting
boy.
worried for a little bit.
Yeah.
Netflix still taking it down too.
You're in HD. I'd go ahead and pull some profits on today. And put a
Understood.
hard stop on it. Remember, when the options, we don't have stops after hours, so be careful. It's Friday. I tried to stop up today. Novak's add to it. Novak's almost a target right here. Novak's hit target, and we're right through it. Earned up $5. Baidu still puking here, folks. That's the thing about them swings, man. It's scary. You know, the thing is on these patterns, it's the same pattern. It just takes more time, and you know, you gotta sit through that garbage. It's consolidated here, right here on this 4 hour. You see it on the daily. It's just chopped sideways. It finally breaks. The longer the consolidation, the bigger the break. And you see a nice play out here today on HD. Again, we know how HD does. Your stop should be today's open. If you're going to swing it over the weekend. Baidu still puking here. Tesla's going to be short again or add to it. VIX coming up, gap on. Oh, yeah, that's SPY. Somebody took SPY, it's short. Gap fill. Roku trying to come back down. Target pivot on the 15. So, right here. All this is inside. And a longer price consolidation, bigger the break. So now you got a 2 down 2 here. Charter's still on here. CHTR. Myrna up 471. Look at Charter, she's ripping though. Etsy came up close to pivot 15. Rejected. Now it's going to start trading sideways here. Charter's still looking good. All right, Myrna, add to it. MRN8, add to it. We just dumped $1. Baidu fishing to go short again. No, not in it. Charter's still kicking ass. Etsy trying to go back up. Baidu's looking at the base here. Still wants to see this 180.61 level here. Once it gets close to a range, it's kind of you're chancing it. And I'm saying that because if you look at the 30 or the 60, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So right here on my chart, let's see. In this area here, there's nothing stopping it from puking. All right, and moving really quickly. All right. Down here, you got a chop. See it sideways. So this floor here could act as support. All right. So not only is this that inside there, that's inside, but price can start bouncing. It could start. It could actually come down through here, knock these stops out here, and reverse.
Amazon just made a new low, but Didn't really go anywhere.
Amazon. Tesla's still going down here. Netflix fixing to go short right this second. In this range here, easy to go through. Once you get through here, it can start getting choppy. So just keep Baidu short here, guys. BIDU NFLX. So when they start chopping sideways and they break, it's just a consolidation. It's just a 2-1-2 down. All right. So even a consolidation on the 5 minutes is important. Netflix trying to go short here, and if it does, going to target at 14 or that 4-hour pivot. It's still choppy as hell. Can come on down if it does. Target 530. It's short right this second. NFL is short. Netflix is short here. Space bouncing off that 15 pivot. BIG's coming on down. BABA short. BABA short. BABA is short. So if you look right here on the 5 minute, I'll show you. Even a consolidation on a 5 minute is important for these breakouts. I'll show you. It's a 5 minute chart here. So you got a 2. It starts trading inside, which is a chop. It breaks out here on this level, comes back down. So it's a 2 inside, 2 down. And you can scalp this level right here. It's 10 o'clock, so it can keep on going, but this right here would be 1 candle, 2, so inside, and should break. UNH needs to break here. Netflix, thank you very much, Netflix. Appreciate you. Baidu short here. Amazon takes some break. Short right this second. Let me pull it up. Netflix is short though for sure. BBIG short. Netflix is short here. Same thing that we're just looking at. It's a 2-1-2 the downside. It's breaking out of consolidation. It's a nice consolidation break right here on the 60 and on the 5 minute. It's short, and it is trending down as well. We're going to target the pivot, which is just a break and retest. Hopefully, Shopify is short right now. Target the pivot on the lower. Shop is short. Going to me. Novak. Damn. Be smart.
Hey, Jerry,
If it's to go short. Oh, thank you very much. I'll take my money. I put limits still immediately. The market's been so choppy, you know, I'm not willing to give any back. Netflix is still going here. Novak is still going. Myrna's still going. I'd go ahead and put a tight stop on those. If you're in Myrna, I would consider putting a limit sell on it and try to get out because it could take a couple minutes to hit your ass. All right. Netflix is still trying to come down here. It is slowing down. It is slowing down. I'd go ahead and put a hard stop on Netflix really tight. All right. I put it up there pretty tight. Wouldn't give shit back. Yep. If you're in Myrna or Novaks, put a tight stop on it. You might consider getting out of it because yeah, it looks green, but I'm telling you, it's close to exhaustion. Trust me when I tell you. MS chin sideways. Apple, what you doing? Apple. Microsoft, yeah. Let me show you on Microsoft here, guys. Myrna's still pushing that mobile here up still, so I'll bring it up through there. Charter's still pumping. Tesla's still coming down here. They're trending down, folks. Charter.
Jerry.
That is a measured move right there on the 15 and the 30. let's pull up Microsoft. Anytime you see something start to wick and then the next wick opens up lower, that's your first clue there's a problem. And you need to remember this. I mean, you need to damn remember it, because if you don't, you can get hurt. You're going to get back profits. So it came up moving high. It pulled back. Okay. It opened up as soon as it went down, and really you should have stopped out right here. Remember, because your stop's 10 cents below that, and it's the first 30 minutes of the day. My video's still going. Pulling back slightly. Maybe a place to add space. If it breaks the low on the 15 by 20 cents, it's going to be short. Charter still coming up. Starbucks is flagging, and UNH is trying to pop through. Carvana trying to flag here, still inside. All right, this right here is your first sign of weakness. It pops up here or stops here, 15 cents below it. So price expands on these minor support resistance levels. It opens, it goes down, starts to pull back up. All right, so it did go green here, and then it failed to make a new high here, and it closed back down. So if you did hold through that and it failed to make a new high there, you should have been out anyway as soon as it started to wick back down. And it just rolls back over. It's chopping sideways right now, so it could find some strength and pull back out. Of course, you wouldn't want to take it until it breaks out 20 cents above this high here. All right, wedging. He's wedging. The video is short here, guys. Still, again, they are trending down. They are trending down. Netflix got in there, you make some money. Baidu coming on down. The video coming on down. Amazon coming on down. Telling you, you took any of my calls this morning, your ass should be up. You should be up nice too. Nice. I tell you, nice. Look at the video. It could go outside candle this month. 640 big target. That's $200 away. All righty. If you're in Novax or Myrna, you should have been out already. Yeah, I get gut feelings about this shit. I'll tell you something, you gotta do it. You want to. Could it pull back up? It could, but it's best to take profits and re-enter. If you got a larger account, there's no reason you should have any big losses, people. You need to cut that shit. You need to cut it quickly, and you can re-enter 15 times, okay? Small loss, you can always re-enter if it goes back in your direction. Any sign of weakness, you should cut it. Tesla's going to be 2-2 down. Look here, PMG on the 30 and the 60. All right, target 638 short. The video coming on down here. Again, it is trending down. Roku almost a target to the downside. CRWD coming down. They can break out this
Amazon broke 3,600.
Video coming on down here. You can see it right here on the daily. 2-2 down. She's rolling over. PMG down. PMG back through the weekly. I mean, this thing can freaking rock and roll down. SPY just gap fill. VIX, when it gap fills here shortly, it can pull back. It can turn around and go back higher on the day. You know, they don't like going into the weekend red. So we could see major reversals after a while. Charter's still going here. Netflix pulling back slightly. Roku's almost a target. Let me show you on CRWD. It is rolling over, but it's not safe to get in right now, and I'll show you why. Hell, let's pull this one up. It doesn't matter. So CRWD, it is throwing a short signal right now, but I want to show you why you want to wait to get in it. Because, so it's down, it's short, right? Target's going to be here, but you got all this stuff here. All this stuff right here blocking it. You know, when it's coming through big candles, so some big candles, it's beautiful because there's nothing stopping it from just falling straight through. When you start getting a consolidation like this right here, anything can happen. And that's what's been happening the last 3 weeks. We're inside these compound inside bars. So this right here could be a 4-hour, right? And it's all chopping sideways. There's I mean, you can make money, but you can't know what you're doing.
Hola, Ramona.
¿Cómo está?
Sí, bien, ¿tú?
Bien, mira, una preguntita. ¿Será que yo puedo ir a limpiar el apartamento ahora?
¿Cuándo?
Hoy.
Oh, this is
Sí,
awesome.
pero ¿qué hora?
Bueno, mira, solo me tocaría ir a comprar un producto porque no tiene nada de limpieza ahí allá. Yo creo que son las 10. Creo que como
Hey, can you hear
11:30.
me?
11:30, 12 estaría por ahí.
Ok, perfecto. Yo mando un text message para ti con mi adresa, ¿ok?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
We can hear everybody.
Yeah, we
Oh,
can hear you.
shit. Yeah, I've been unplugged. Damn. Dude, I just made a lot of damn money and nobody heard.
Jerry, I didn't
shit.
know you were that good at Spanish.
Oh shit. Dude, Nvidia's been short. Netflix has been short. Um,
We've heard you the whole time. You probably couldn't hear us.
okay. Oh, you heard me calling this stuff short?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank God. Somehow I unplugged my mic or my headset. And I heard a bunch of foreign language going on. I was like, what the
You were
hell?
talking in Spanish, Jerry.
No, shit. Pick up a new language I was out.
Speaking in tongues.
Man, the market's beautiful today. Shopify is almost a target. So the whole market's been chopping sideways, and when it breaks out of this range here, the downside or the upside does not matter to me, one way or the other. You start to trend again, and that's all. And that's what's going on right now. We're breaking out of that consolidation, and stuff dropping through the range. So here, let me pull up a video here. You can pull up any of them. They all been chopping sideways. And remember, it don't matter which way it breaks, right? Consolidation can break the downside or the upside. It does not matter. But we know that the longer it consolidates, the bigger the break. So this right here marks the consolidation. It's been consolidating since here. It started here. And if it breaks out one way or the other, it does not matter. It's a 2-1-2. So here's a 2. All this chop is inside. And it breaks out one way or the other. We don't care which way it breaks. Charter's longer, add to it here. It don't matter to me. That's how we get these big moves. Right? Charter still pushing. Sure. Yeah, it don't matter to me. That's where they go. And same thing you'll hear me say on the lower time frames all the time, when it's consolidating sideways on even the 5-minute or 15. And it's part of my 2-time rule. If it comes up against me twice and starts chopping sideways, well, it could be a high price between the bottom and the top of that range, could be $5 or $6. And we know it's going to break, but we don't know which side it's going to break to. It could go either way. That's the thing about the chop, the sideways movement. We don't know. Now, if you heard me, I always get these gut feelings about when it's just going to drop. The bottom's going to drop out on these things. And Novax and Myrna, you should have been out. You should have put money right there at the top. And it's starting to roll over here. I don't know how it is, but I know when the exhaustion risk is ready. Charter cable still pumping here. Netflix got a wick on the bottom of it. The wick to me signifies inside. So the video, well, let's look at the video real quick. Or Netflix don't matter. If you look at Netflix on the 15-minute here, it's got a small hammer. It's not even, I wouldn't consider a hammer, it's just a small pullback. Once it breaks the downside, it's a 2-1-2. Target still this pivot 30 and then a 60. So as soon as it goes 2 on the 15, it's gonna be short. And there's something else. Oh yeah, Netflix is well, Netflix and well, hell, any of them. Tesla. All we're doing is taking the low. All right. So look, it's gonna be a pullback to the downside here. Don't care. It hit the target on the 30, but only once the target on the 15 hit. And the PMG still down to 637.88. That inside can just be a pullback to the downside. So once it breaks the low, it'll be short again. Anybody Charter should be out. You still in it? Baba hammer back up. But that Baba, so that hammer, let's see, like on Baba here, that hammer could just be a, it could be the sign of reversal on this thing. A lot of times it's just a pullback, the downside. It just depends when the candle quits forming. So, especially in a downtrend, you got to be careful with those hammers. That's why you want confirmation. So, Baba. Big hammer. So, really, if this thing starts to pull back up right here on the 15, I'm going to show you what can happen here. Netflix is supposed to go short again. I'll show you. Or if you look at Baidu right now. All right, now look, Murray and them trying to come back up, but it's best to take your profits because we don't want to guess if it's a reversal or just a major pullback. And you can give up quite a bit of money if you do. If you have a larger account, there's no sense in sitting through a major pullback. It's best just to re-enter.
VIX filled the gap, so we might get a reversal.
Nice, I'm hoping so.
Neg is up like 30%. It's like a pivot machine gun on the daily too.
NAG, what is it? Which one is that? NAGG?
Yeah, NEGG.
Yeah. So just because we got a hammer here, don't really in a downtrend. So what can happen is it can come back up. If it starts to come back up, it can test this right here. It can even wick through a little bit and then start to shoot back down. So it depends on what kind of trend we got going on. And that basically will tell you about the hammer. If it's a downtrend, the hammer might not be bullish. You know what I'm saying? It could be, it's a sign that it's just a sign you need to pay attention to. If it starts to go green here, you gotta be careful. You still don't want to take it until it breaks above this with at least one pullback and it closes. You can take it here and target here, here, here. But just because you're getting a hammer, you need more information. All right.
Square's starting to turn around too.
What is?
Square.
Nice. Yeah. Once it fills that gap there, a lot of these things can turn around. Right now, it's still too early to take anything long. You can do whatever you want there, but it's still too early. Because VIX did fill that gap, but it's still very bullish.
Roku's testing that 5-minute pivot.
Yeah, it's hammering off of it. Now that's more of a bullish signal there. UNH is consolidating their sideways. It's trying to break to the top. Again, I don't care if it just breaks it. It's getting closer to 11 here, so we need to see a clean break and preferably it goes above this thing. Even though UNH is going to come up to 426. Pretty tight consolidation. See right here on 60. VX pushing up. Charter's just not going to stop that. Shop trying to come up. As he's finding some weakness up there near the top. Roku, again, there's a hammer and it's been pushing down, so we gotta be mindful of that.
NVIDIA just had an inside candle on the 5-minute, so it could go. If it breaks above that, it could keep going a little bit. If it breaks below it, then it's short again.
Yeah, we need more information now.
Yeah.
Netflix is short again. The market's really bearish right now, so these could just be a pullback to the downside. Netflix is short.
Can you check Google once?
Yep. Shopify short here, target 1427. Good for $5. Netflix short. I expect him to go back short. To be honest with you, I don't see anything bullish right this second. Of course, the market does what it wants to do, but we play what we see, I think. Google's looking really good here. It's short right now. Your target's it's just very short. It's 25.31. So you gotta be careful with that, even though it's a short signal right this second. You want it to break through here. I want to show you why. First, it's a really tight consolidation on the 60, right? There's a lot of garbage in the way. And every time it comes to this range right here, it pulls back up. So you gotta be real careful. The thing is, if it does break here, it can puke. All right. So it is setting up pretty nice, but we need to see that break by at least 50 cents to $1. Let me show you here. So it wicked here, 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 here. You know, that's a pattern. That tells you what could happen if it takes these stops out. So right now it's breaking below it. All right. It can wick right back up. So if it does clear this area, it can puke, but we want to make sure that it does clear this area here. All right. It needs to clear at least by, you know, $1 is even better. I mean, $1, you know, is worth. I'd rather lose $1 and be safer, right? The reason being, it could expand right here on this level. So it starts here.
When the video broke below that inside candle, it dropped $3 in about 10 seconds. So that's that powerful inside bar. I just took it.
Good job.
Amazing.
Yep. Yep, same bars are powerful. And really, we're just looking for breaks the downside in general, right? Yeah, so if they tick on the 15-minute, wicks up, and it breaks below that on the next candle, it's just a 2-1-2 and 2 candles, just the inside bar break. Consolidation break. And the video, you know, its target 648. Baidu's fixing to go short. Let's pull up Baidu here because that shows the hammer. The hammer, depending on what the overall trend is, don't mean that it's a bullish candle. You got to look at context. Amazon, same thing, bullish coming down. Here's your hammer. It's fixing to go down. So as soon as this thing breaks the downside here, right? As soon as it breaks that, it's short. So it's fixing to go short here. But the thing is, you want to see a solid red candle. And right here, pivot low too. So it's actually hitting that target right there. So I wouldn't even take Baidu right now. I'm going to clean break the downside on that pivot. Let's see here. The video is definitely the best so far. All right, Amazon's doing the same thing as Baidu right now. They're all trending down. Netflix is still short here. Roku's almost the target. And Roku breaks that downside there. It's consolidation breaks the downside. Next short. All right, Amazon fixing to go short again here. Shopify. Amazon short. Amazon short. It's trending down. Target's fit by high. 35.58. It's fixing to go short again. This is like fucking taking candy from a baby. Making kill on Netflix. Look here, first target's gonna be pivot low. 532.90. And then pivot low on the 60. 528.50. Tesla fixing to go short here. Amazon short. The video is short. Baidu short off that hammer. Amazon short off that hammer.
The market is short.
The market is short. Yeah, it is trending. And it's beautiful. And it's beautiful. Let him puke. Let him puke. Takes a traveling sideways. Pitch going back slightly. I love to see the day in green, but you know. Whatever they want. Yeah, if you look at SPY on the weekly, I mean, this is a bump. This week is nothing. It's nothing. It's nice it broke through ranges, but overall, ain't nothing. Wicked space breaker through 15 pivot. I'm on here 30. Oh yeah, let me show you on bother what I'm talking about here. On the 15. You got to be careful this right here too. Let's pull it up on the top. Well, no, let's pull it up here. It shows that hammer. All right, remember this. All right, we're in a downtrend. The consolidation break the downside here. We got a Momo hammer coming up, or a hammer, and then another hammer. The thing is, it could break through this by 10 or 20 cents and then pull back down. So to be on the safe side, what you want to do is let it break through. All right. So if you took this long, your first target's going to be the pivot low. It needs to break through the pivot low. We need at least a pullback and a close above that pivot low. All right, for confirmation. And if it does that, we're going to be here and here. All right.
Jerry, Amazon's getting close to its weekly, breakout from that major pivot.
Yeah. Yeah, Roku or Amazon. Yeah, be careful with it. Roku here is coming down. It hit target on the 15 here a bunch of different times. It's weak, and every time it comes here, it's showing a sign of weakness. Or I don't know about that, but it's touching it and waking up. It is making lower lows and lower highs. Well, right here it is anyway. It's chopping sideways. We ain't got enough information to tell what's going to do it. I like to see it break the downside here, though. If it does, we get a pretty nice flush. Really weak on the higher time frames. It broke and retested that 4 hour. Right now, it's in no man's land. You can't do anything with it. Alrighty. It's just the start of it. The good thing about it is these ones that puke, man, they got beautiful big red candles to come back through. Remember, every time frame needs its own pullback. So just because we're seeing green here, don't really make a do squat. Which, I mean, this is my own. Everything on this thing is my opinion. And that's all it is. Etsy, it needs to break this pivot 15 right here. And you can see it consolidating right here on top, which is a bullish sign, but still it needs to break through the 15 and the 30. Right now it's chopping sideways. Why not? It could just be a pullback to the inside. We don't know. I do know that every time frame is on pullback. So what we see as a reversal could be a pullback on a higher time frame. Keep it in mind. I'm gonna get suckered in there. All right, Myrna's long again. MRNA. Wait till it breaks that. Wait till it breaks the top. It'll be solid green here. the thing. Take your profit. You can always hop back in it. It's the beauty of a larger account. Yeah, that pullback was $6. You'll get back that much money on that. Burn. You can break solid green here. By at least 20 cents. Okay. I tell you when it's been moving. I don't know about today. I haven't looked at it, but Pepsi. Cat puking. VIX is pulling back right here, so be careful if you're in this thing. The downside, boy, it wants to break. It's been chopping sideways on the week. You can see it here. Everything's been chopping sideways, and you know that's what makes them dangerous when you're chopping. That's what the beauty of some of these tickers. They broke the consolidation downside. So it's a little extended now. It'd been nice to take it when it broke the 15 here. The 5, 15, or 30. Yeah, one. Etsy shine. We're getting some breaking back through the pivot. Etsy shot a break right this second. It'd be a nice reversal. Be a nice swing too. Bob, I did break above that pivot. That hammer the upside. Etsy's breaking the top side right this second. I just don't trust it right now. Don't trust it. But if you look on these higher time frames here, all red. I mean, there's hardly no pullbacks here. And I know that each time frame is its own pullback. As he's breaking here, I don't trust it. I'd like to see it breaking a retest, to be honest with you. Or close above. Let's look at KO. KO looks like garbage, even though it's trending up. Looks like Pepsi. CRWD 2 up. Carvana's fixing to break. Pepsi looks better than Coke, even though it is going down, smoother. All right, let's look at the video here. We got a shooter down here. Could be a Momo shooter. Actually pulled right back down. I didn't trust it damn time. All right, look here. In the video breaks 737.40. It'll be short. It'll be short. A lot of this stuff is just screen time. I've seen how these patterns play out. Kind of know. Let's look at Netflix right quick today. We do have a green candle on it. I don't really mean squat though for now. You got to see that pullback to the upside. And again, if Netflix comes up, first target's going to be the pivot low. I mean, it could touch the pivot low and reject and go back lower. You know, Baidu short here. Amazon trying to do a shooter to the downside here. Yeah, if you look on the 60 and on the 30, you know, there's a small pullback here, but almost nothing. Like that. Chopping sideways, Amazon is chopping sideways. All right, NVIDIA's pushing to go. NVIDIA. And we wait. Ooh, Tesla. Tesla, what are you doing? Etsy broke that time. VIX broke retesting right now. Hope we come back up or down. VX is breaking to the upside. CRWD 2-2 back up. Net's breaking. Carvana just broke to the upside. Netflix 2-2 back up. Tesla coming up. Shop going up. They bring Amazon with it. So Tesla would be long, but the target's at 650.57 here. And it's not worth it. It needs to break 651.50, and we can take it to 656.70. Right? We want VIX to break below, get it. Bang. See, Shopify is at resistance right here, 114.42. And there's another level at, so if we can break 1444.50 on Shopify long, maybe a scalp for us. Roku trying to 2-2 back up, bounce off that pivot low. That one looks better to me. Let's pull up Roku. Shopify's supposed to go long here. Shopify's long target's going to be 1448.65. Shopify long, scalp it only. Scalp it only. Netflix trying to come back up. Netflix is long, target to pivot low. Target to pivot low. If you don't know how to play the level 2, it's best to join the ass and set it and forget it. Netflix is long, target pivot low, 538. It could take a bounce off that and go lower.
Tesla's running right into VWAP there, Jerry. I'd hold off. It's wicking. VWAP.
Yeah, I'm not in it. Yeah, you don't want to take Tesla at least until it breaks 651.20 anyway. Nobody's trying to break. At a shop, thank you very much. Yeah, so if you look at Tesla here, there's resistance here, and also at these wicks here, you got to cross these wicks here. The target would have been 650, but there's no reason to get in it because it's less than $1, right? So you wouldn't have got in it anyway. And then to get back in it now, if you're going to go long, it needs to break 651.50, and that gets you outside these wicks here, because you could pull up to that level there and it would be right back down. If you took shop for a scalp, you should be out. BX is breaking. CRWD still going along here. CRWD. Oh yeah, we got to pull up Roku here. It's bouncing off pivot. And Roku needs a break. Oh. Roku needs to break 405. So Roku breaks 405 be long. CRWD still coming up.
Jerry, on NVIDIA, is it potential long at 743.35 maybe?
Yeah, 740. I would wait till it broke 744.25.
Okay.
If
Okay.
it
Yeah,
does
I see
the
that.
target will be 747.
Okay.
So it's about $3 there.
Yeah.
Because there's gonna be some resistance at 747. There's gonna be a lot of resistance at 749.50.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can definitely take that couple dollar move right there. But it needs to break.
Right.
Yeah, 743, 10, something like that, 20. Right now it's shopping sideways.
Yeah.
And also to go short, needs to break the low by 10 cents.
Yeah. 737.40.
Yes, sir.
Is a low, yeah.
Yeah, because this could just really just be a pullback to downside. We don't know. We don't know. We don't have enough information. Amazon trying to do Momo shooter down. Yeah, because some of these the higher time frames, they don't have a nice pullback yet. Bob was breaking through pivot low off the hammer. CRWD's coming up almost to target. You can scalp these things, for a few bucks, but they're not anything you want to be in for a long time. It's best if they continue the downtrend, then we can stay longer. All right, so there's a 2-2 up. Target's going to be the wick, 253.39, and then we can take it on up. We're going to target pivots first. Actually did break through here. It did break through the pivot. It retested too. So here's a break and a retest. That's the thing about looking at the lower time frame. You can see exactly what's happening. So I can tell it broke here. There's the pivot. It retested it and it's coming up. Right. And as soon as it crosses 187.60, it'd be long. Netflix is almost a target there. Now let's take a look at Netflix right quick. So I want to show you. We could take these reversals. We always target the pivot low because they can wick up through the pivot low and then reject it. And if you do take a reversal back to pivot low, you want to be taking profits before you get there. And this is why it could pull back and still keep going, but you never want to be greedy with these things. So let's pull it up here. I'll show you.
Microsoft gap fill is working on, Jerry.
Nice, thank you so much. So this thing starts reverse 2-2 hammer here. All right, so it'd be long when it crossed here. Your target would be here, but you'd want to be selling before it got there, at least by 50 cents. So you should have been out near the top of this thing right here. It can pull back, all right, because there is support here, minus 10 cents. It can bounce off that. It's again, the target's still going to be the pivot low, even on this pullback to the upside. If it breaks the pivot low, we want to see a pullback and a close above it, right? And then if we do that, we can target the pivot high. So reversal on the base, all right, target pivot high or pivot low. We want to pull our profits before we get to it. Always before we get to it. And so it's kind of a small scalp. I mean, that's good for a few bucks. What is that? $3. It pulls back. You can definitely go back through there. You want to re-enter when it breaks. You could hold through that. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want to do. It's safer to take profits and re-enter on the break. So that's what I like to do. Until the market starts to trend and there's some kind of rhythm to it, you got to do what you got to do. Zoom could be a nice PMG here. Let's take a look at that. We'll still monitor Netflix here. It's really nice shorts. I just still think the market's bullish. I'm not going to take nothing. I'm not going to hold the long that's in a short market. I will scalp the hell out of that. Zoom. All right. Right now it's shopping sideways here on 60. Chop. Always take a look at the higher time frames, right? Because with the higher time frame, let's roll over here, 2-2, it made a lower high. All right, starting to roll over to PMG and come all the way down to 273 if it wants to. It's shopping sideways on the month. All right. It broke to the pivot low on the 4 hour and retest. There's a break and a retest. You could took this thing short the last couple of days. Y'all should have made a damn kill in the last couple of days. I made money, pretty good money yesterday on the phone. Just you taking the low breaks. Breaks to the downside. It's easy. I think the trades are the easy part. The hard part's the emotional part. Holding them, cutting them when you're supposed to cut them, holding them when you're supposed to hold them. Scalping when you're supposed to scalp. Visa. Emotional part's the hard part. Visa sits right on top of that pivot. You can retest, you can break through. If it breaks through there and we see it close below 3246. Only thing is, we got all this inside garbage. And when it starts to go back in that garbage there, it's really hard to trade that. Anytime you come back through this really tight consolidation, it's hard to trade. It's hard to trade that. You want to wait till it breaks completely through it. That's your safer bet. All right, remember that. If you're coming back through range and it's really choppy and there's a bunch of candles through there, leave it alone. Just absolutely alone. Space is breaking to the downside here. Wait till it, wait till it breaks through it, the top of the bottom. And that's what's happened last couple of days. It broke out of consolidation. We were out of the chop. It's trending down. That's where your big money's at. And the patterns are smoother. So just like on space here, it's consolidated here. Yeah, really tight consolidation. I wouldn't call it tight, but pretty tight consolidation is tighter. And again, it's sitting right in this garbage here. All right, but then again, it breaks through there. Man, it's puking.
Jerry, what do you think about Roku's chart on the 5 minute time frame, I guess the last 25 minutes?
It's looking pretty good so far. We got a Momo hammer from on the 15. You take it one step at a time. Right now it's consolidating on the 5 minute, trying to break back above. You could take it long when it breaks 405, right? And then you target pivot high. What's that?
NVIDIA is long.
Okay. If you're in NVIDIA, just scalp.
But it could pull back. Yeah, I was going to say it could pull back at any time, but it's long.
Okay. Yeah, just scalp it. Your target's $3 away, guys. Yeah. Roku, yeah. You can take it when it breaks that 15 can on the 5 there. So it's gonna be long right this second. Your target's gonna be pivot high. So there's a pivot high here at 406.70. When it gets there, it probably pull back and then push back through there. Right now, it's still early to say the market's reversing. All right, I can tell you that right this second. It's still too early because we could be seeing a pullback to the downside here. We don't know. And also when you look at Roku on the 60, it's bouncing right on that 60 pivot. So you got to be so careful, and that's why the pivot high is your target, right? Because the pivot high marks the pivot low on the 60. You got to be mindful of all these pivots. So your target's here, and on this pivot. Draw across there. Always be mindful of these pivots here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then so
Jerry, are your alerts working? Mine aren't.
Mine are usually lagging.
I mean, mine aren't even triggering. I don't know. These alerts suck. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just
they suck. So your entry was when it breaks this candle right here by 10 cents. So this wick right there. Your target's only is a pivot here. Right here, this red right here. This the pivot high, there's your target. Just wants to come up. And the higher time frame the pivot's on, the stronger it is, the stronger support and resistance it can be. So if we get a nice, if that pushes up and breaks through that pivot there, it'll push through that 60. And really, Roku, to be honest with you, Roku's not safe to mess with right now. It's really not, because it's this consolidation. This is a compound inside bar, and it's on the 60, and it's trading right there. Yeah. Now it could come back up to this range here, without a doubt. But you want to be scalping from one candle to the next.
Hey, Jerry, are you long or short anything right this second?
No, I'm out of everything on cash.
Okay.
Hey, Jerry, on Roku, what do you think about a short swing by the end of the month, July 30th?
It's starting to wick right here on the 4 hour and the daily, though. Gotta be careful. So it's kind of a doji right now on the daily and the 4 hour. If it can break by, if it breaks 398.60 by the end of the day, yeah, a swing would probably be nice. It made a lower high on the weekly. So it's showing weakness in a big 3 on the week as well.
My opinion, I wouldn't swing anything. This is a monthly option expiration. They're just exacerbating everything. Wait till Monday to make that decision.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's just due to monthly option expiration. So you really can't pick a direction till Monday, my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's showing weakness down here too. So it's wicked out this range right here a couple times. So at 396, 397, something like that. So you just have to be careful.
Yeah, Tesla pulled back nicely from its VWAP.
Thank you, Jerry.
Maybe now.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's gonna go back in. It's gonna start chopping again here too. So again, you can't do nothing when testing until it breaks the pivot low here. Anytime it's in a really tight range and there's a bunch of candles, stay away from it. It's best just to stay away from it. You could short it. You could probably short this to 643 right now. I wouldn't touch it. Here, I'll show you the range right now. This is where you don't want to be. All right, see all them candles right there? All this, you got to break through all this right here. When you see this right here, there's no telling what the hell it's going to do. It could do anything here. It go short, go long, go short, go long, can break the bottom, can break the top, come back through, go back out, and stay away from it. You want to see a clear break of this area here, or a break of the low. Breaks the low, you got less to go through. If you hop in here just guessing, there's a pretty good chance it breaks out the top here, expands and comes to the bottom. It's just not safe. I mean, you're really risking it. All right, Etsy's trying to go short here. So this could just been a big pullback to the upside or the downside here. We don't know. This is pulling back, SPY's coming up, market's going down. Who knows? Or this could be a pullback to the upside now. Who knows? But we will know. The more candles we see, the more information we get. And we can make a better decision on what to do, what direction to go. Yeah. Tell you what, the market does start to bottom and starts to correct. We'll get a lot of range to go back through, which is just beautiful. Then again, when it goes through the week and the 4 hour, the daily, and we start seeing it coming back to these really choppy ranges, you don't want to be in it. We'll be back where it was at the beginning with before this week started. Choppy garbage. Baidu's trying to go short here. All right, let's pull up Netflix right quick. So if you took that long, remember the target's a pivot on the 15. It hit your target. Could it break through there? Could. Really, you should have been taking a profit as it hit there. It can push up through there. So look, it came up at reverse. You take the profits as it gets close to it. As it breaks through it, closes above it. It'd be nice if it broke through it, retested it, and then went higher. You could take it as soon as it goes there, and you would target the different support resistance on the bodies and the wicks, and ultimately target the pivot high. Because it can do this. It can wick up, come back down. It could push through it, retest, and go higher. All right, let's look at Baba. I like, you know what I like to do is I like to, when these things have been puking, like the last few days is in a pretty good downtrend, stuff starts a pretty good pullback, going back high, going back long, whatever, and then they start to pull back down. You know, all we're doing is taking it as it goes back through the range, or back in the full-time frame continuity, the downside. I'm trying to say. So Baba, it broke through. So this is exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about on Netflix could happen right now. We're seeing it play out right on Baba. So 2-2 back up, the target would have been the pivot low. We see it break through there, and now it's coming back down. That's what you got to be aware of. Exactly right here's what I'm talking about. To a T. To a freaking T. It's like playing 340 chess. So it comes down. You can take it long. Your target's going to be the pivot low. And it wicks through, and now it's coming back down. Now, this is your best short right here. Why? Because we're out of this range. All right, target's going to be the wicks. All right. Again.
Video hit VWAP to the T and just came right back, just dropped immediately right off VWAP.
Yeah.
That was pretty nice.
NVIDIA. Yeah, if you look, it got right to that candle I was telling you to, right to the penny. So you could have took this long, your target would have been right here. I would have took profit at the body. 747.50. It was good for $3. Yes, sir. Now look, your best thing is taking it back down to this range. Takes it back to the full-time frame continuity, right? So your best target is taking it short right now. The video is short. We're going to target the base. There's 737.41. Texas fixing to go short. So your best setup is going back to the range. Bob is going to be short here. Yes, sir. And look at Netflix. Boy, I'm telling you, man. You only get this from screen time. Look at that. Netflix, what it do? It came up and touched pivot low, rejected. Now it's coming back through range. Where's the target at? 532.73. You want to clear 536.40 first. Right, and it'll be short as it takes it back in a full-time frame continuity to the downside. Chee. How we do. Now you want them to break certain wicks, right? And the reason being because it's going to be a pullback to the upside. But if we can break a major resistance point, like on Netflix, it breaks 536.37. That is major support. Well, not major. I'd say a minor support, but it's the closest support. It needs to break that, take it short. If it don't break it, no harm, no foul. And we don't take it again until it breaks above. If it decides to break it back, pivot low, we need a push up, a pullback. All right, and take it long as soon as it closes above the low. Right. Starbucks flagging still. All right, let's look at Netflix here. And really, as soon as it breaks through pivot low, I mean, it's still iffy because there's major resistance at 541.50. at 539.82. So it needs you're in a choppy situation when you start going back to the range. Baidu's trying to go short here. Space is short, add 2 if you're not in it already. And Amazon's wedging. It's got a bear flag right now. Netflix is fixing to go short here, so be prepared. Be prepared. Amazon is chopping sideways right here. It's making higher lows. And
Great call, Jerry, on the video.
what's that?
Great call on the video. Good job. You nailed it.
Yeah, we fall into the penny, son. That's how we do. Now I don't know if you get the base of it, but it should be touch about 738, 739. Because it's starting to go back to a chop.
I just scalped it. I don't trust it. I just did 100 shares real quick for $150.
There you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. When the market starts, because it's going back to a chop, right? It's best to scalp, man. You know what I'm saying? Until it breaks, if it breaks the low, if NVIDIA breaks 737.30, I mean, you can stay on a bit longer, but it's going back to that range it could chop. So I agree with you 100%. I recommend anybody to scalp right now. Yep, I'm with you on that 100%, my friend. It's safer. I'd love to see Myrna go short and gap fill. CRWD's coming back down that big green candle 15.
Roku just dropped $2.25 in about 15 seconds.
Yeah, target on that's the bottom of that big green candle 15. Novak's going short, could bring Myrna with it. I like Novak's. It's got a little bit more volume than Myrna. It's easier to get out of. So Novak's is going to be short. It really needs you can probably see this move here. It's only $1, so it ain't worth messing with. It's safer to take Novak's when it crosses 251. It's just trying to go short here. So it rejected off the top. It done a towards your top, come back down. So let's look at Etsy right quick for a nice short. Etsy. I still think NVIDIA hits the base down there and keeps going lower. Netflix is fixing to go short here. CRWD short. Bala's fixing to go short. Etsy's safe. Well, Etsy's just ugly. I mean, there's no denying it. It's back to this range right here. Could it hit the pivot high? It absolutely can. No, it probably will. It's just sitting in all that chop. You can't do anything with it. Netflix is short right now. Netflix is short. Going back through range, target's going to be that big green candle on the 15, the base of it. All right. Shopify short here. Scalp it. It's good for about $6. Shopify short for $6. Again, it's good for 6. Take 3. Zoom's coming back down. Zoom's been in a bender down. Ooh, watch Amazon. If it breaks the low here, it's gonna be short. Zoom is trying to go short here too. If you look on the 60, it's been in a hell of a downtrend. Target's gonna be 341.68.
Hey, Jerry.
Yep.
Can I talk about something real quick to the group?
Who?
Can I just talk about something I just did to the group?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Amazon's fixing to be short when it crosses 35.92.
So you know how everyone, you know how Jerry's always talking about that, how to, look for that gamma spike, you can get in quick, right? And you don't have to ride the whole move.
Netflix is short here, guys.
Right. So I just took the same move Jerry did on NVIDIA. I got in early at the top, and on the puts, I got a good fill. And because I got a good fill and because I was in early and it wasn't really flying down, what happened was it was starting to move down, and I was thinking, just like Jerry, that it was definitely going to hit the lower pivot at like 737. I didn't know if it would get all the way. Now, when you guys are asking a lot of questions about like oh, well, do you guys have to look at the level 2 to see what Jerry's seeing all the time, right? Like, you have to look to see like if those high bids and asks are showing up to be able to do it. But what I did was basically the same thing that Jerry did, but I didn't look at the level 2. I knew that because it was halfway down the move in the put, but it was falling, that I was going to put a limit right away, like further down, closer towards where the bottom of the pivot was. And I was going to do that right when it was falling, because everybody else was seeing that it was going to make the same move that Jerry was talking about.
Yes, sir.
And my P&L was only showing about half the P&L. And 10 seconds later, I got filled for the full amount.
Yeah.
And I was out.
You know why, don't you? Because retailers are saying they're FOMOing, right? They're just
Right.
they're damn running in because they're scared of missing the move. That's why it works.
Exactly. So the point I'm making is that I did the exact thing that Jerry did. I saw the move the exact same way Jerry did, but instead of, you know, trying to look at the screen, right, and look for that number, right? If you recognize the move and you recognize the FOMO and you get in at the right time, you can see the FOMO happening and you can take advantage of it, and you'll be able to get the same thing.
Yep. Yeah. Yep, I like that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, John. And a lot of times too, you know, if you don't know how to look at level 2, you can just join the ask, you know, and let it sit there. You know, but the thing is, you gotta, you know, you want to be selling before it gets your target. And it could take you 20, 30 seconds to get filled, but you're catching the very top of the ask. Or like John said, set your limit, you know, down lower or up higher, whichever way you're going.
I think the one thing about that move though is good is that, like what Jerry said, is that, you know, some setups are just really good, right? When you see the pullback, like in that case with NVIDIA, it bounces off the VWAP and you can see clearly that it's going down to that lower pivot. You can have a lot of confidence that it's going there. Then you can really wait and you can really put in that lower limit, and then the FOMO just comes in, right? That's what a great entry gets you. So that's a big part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a break and a retest to the downside. It comes back up and touches and rejects off of it. And then the VWAP lines up with
And actually right now it's reversing right off the lower pivot. So you could go long, and it probably is going to go right back up to the VWAP.
yeah. Yeah, right now it's not even, it's in that compound inside the bar.
Because that's it's a $6 move between the bottom, the lower pivot and the VWAP. Now I'm not telling you,
It's coming back up.
right? I'm not saying you should do that, but I'm saying if you're scalping and you're quick like Jerry, right? Then, you know, once you start to see the move, because actually if you look at the 5 minute going back to 10 o'clock, it started that range down on that 10 o'clock 5 minute candle. It hit at the lower pivot. It went up to the VWAP. It came back down. It's going up. So it's starting to range in there. So like for me, I'm going to keep watching that range. And if it does that again, I'll probably trade it up and down.
So John, when you were trying to get into that put, as far as pricing your limit, were you just looking for a mid price there when it danced around the VWAP level?
Well, actually what I did was, because I was very confident like Jerry was, that it was going to go down. What happened was on the first candle on the 5 that was red, once it hit the second candle on the 5, I don't remember if it was the first or second. What I did was I was having a hard time initially getting in, but what happened was there was inside pullback that actually went up and started turning green, but it was dojiing. And so what I did was I waited for it to actually go inside and start to look like it was going up. And I bought my put when it looked like it was reversing. So that's like a You know what I mean? So I got a great
Gotcha.
fill because I bought a put when it looked like it was going long.
Right. So you
And-
kind of caught the pullback in the other direction.
Right.
Hey guys, Myrna's starting to roll over here. Hey, Novak's breaks 183.66 is gonna be short. I'm still looking for Myrna. Myrna's breaking down right now for that gap on Myrna. So Myrna is starting to roll over here. And Myrna is actually, well, it's that VWAP right here, but it's fixing to be short. Let's find the closest support level here. And that is 2105. So it breaks 280.90, it's gonna be short. Sorry guys, Amazon's fixing to be short right here.
Nope. Don't let me interrupt, Jerry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt.
That's okay. No big deal. Amazon's short here. If you want, you can let it break 35.90. It's safer. Right now, we're going back through range, but now it's going back through the. It's going back through where it just came from, so it's kind of inside. And Corey was saying about these monthlies are expiring today. Is that right? Or what's expiring today? Corey, you know?
Please. It's OPEX.
Market's starting to chop right now. Myrna's trying to go short right now.
Jerry, look at Amazon.
Amazon's short, yeah. She looks good. It's basically a 212 down. Myrna's short here, guys. And the video is fixing to go short as soon as it crosses the low. That was a target if you just want to sit there with that. It's a problem. All right, Netflix is still going. Target still 15 on that low. Amazon short, just scalp it though. Netflix going on down. Etsy, we should see the next push on that. Roku's still trying to go lower. These bigger tickers set you a limit and get at them quickly.
So Jerry, question for you. I'm actually buying the July 30s today. Are you buying the 30s or the 23s?
The 23s. But on Amazon and stuff, on Amazon shop, I buy deep in the money calls.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm only planning on being in it for a minute or two.
Right.
So I usually buy about 90 delta, 80 to 90 delta on them. And I'm just in it. So because I don't have to worry, if I'm just in it for less than a couple minutes, I don't have to worry about data so much. But say Tesla or anything else, Netflix, Zoom, anything else like that, Etsy, Roku, whatever, I'll buy next week expiration so I can take full advantage of the move.
Watch Moderna.
Yeah, Myrna. Yeah. Myrna, you need to buy next week call or next week's puts. Because it could come on down. It could come down and fill this gap if it wants to. But if it's such a slow move, you can actually be negative if you buy today's. Yeah, and buy close to the money. AMD's weak. Let's take a look at it. AMD right off the bat needs to break this pivot on the 5 minute. It has been puking. It's 2-2 on the week. It made a lower high.
Jerry, where's your target on Myrna on the way down?
I'm gonna target this first, the green candle. Let me show you. I'm watching it. I'll get you exact price though. It's that big green candle on 15, the base of it. So I like to target these
15,
bases. I can be more exact though. So there's a little bit of support level the next support level is at 279.75. So that'd be target. Ultimate target is going to be 274.30. And then we'll target the wick 271.89 and then gap fill.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Netflix goes 2 down here. You're going to add to it. So it's currently trying to do a Momo shooter. If this candle goes 2 before the candle closes, we'll add to it there. So anytime something goes up and then shoots back down the direction you're going, that's an add. It's like Amazon right now. So it'll be an add or a short. And it goes always before you take anything short, you can look at the 5 minute before you hit the send button. And if it's not solid red or solid green, you don't touch it. Baidu's going down. If you look at Baidu, let's look at Baidu right quick. Even though it's short, if you look at the bodies on it, so you gotta be mindful of the bodies and the wicks. If you see something go from solid bodies to start wicking, and the wicks are getting larger, or say the bodies are getting smaller, it tells you it's getting close to exhaustion risk. And if you also look at it, you can kind of see the graph it's making. So if we take a look at Baidu here, see it's starting to roll, it's starting to slow down, right? So you can kind of see, what it's doing. Also, you can see it, big red body, and then it's starting to get smaller. The bodies are getting smaller, and it starts to slow down. So you want to watch the wicks, all right? You want to watch how wide the bodies are on this thing. And if you just look at it overall, you can kind of see, what it's doing. It's slowing down, all right? And a lot of times they'll start to cut, and you come back down. It's just waves. So, if you look at this thing here, it does this. It comes up, and then it starts to slow down, and it comes back up. It just waves. And there's that hammer, So just because you've seen a hammer, guys, remember this, don't mean it could be a hammer, a reversal hammer to the upside. It's just a candle that you need to be aware of. The hammers are very powerful, especially in an uptrend, because that hammer in itself is a pullback, right? So the wick opened up inside the previous candle, right? So that's a 2-1. As soon as it goes from red to green, it's a 2. So I love the hammers. I love the shooters too. And a lot of times when you look at this pivot high and pivot low, what happens is you'll see wicks bouncing right off of them. It's crazy. It's like you'll see a lot of hammers bouncing off the base pivot lows. It's starting to roll. All right, it's just showing you, hey, price is starting to slow down a little bit. Yeah. And it's after 11 too, so now we're going to start seeing a lot of stuff chopping sideways and making moves, and later in the day too, what happens is these moves start to slow down. So the reason they start chopping is, well, first because they're slowing down, right? So it's starting to slow down. But secondly, because this sideways movement starts to chop, and the more candles you have in a zone, see here, the more price will chop. So say it comes down, all right, and all of a sudden it starts chopping sideways. It takes a lot of strength to break out one side or the other. Right? Now, since this thing's already moving down, it's a lot easier for this thing to break down lower. Right? So that's the direction you want to go, but they can definitely start to pull back up first. And again, if this thing starts to pull back up, we can take a reversal back up, but there's a couple of rules. This is just a 2. This down here is an inside candle. All right, we want to see it as a 2 up, so 2-1-2 reversal. There's a couple of rules. You be at least 25% above the base of this candle here, which this would be the base, the lowest candle here. You want to pick the strongest resistance level in this area. Right here would be the closest. All right, so it needs to break that. I would wait until it breaks the wick at least. I mean, your best entry would be right here. Little wick. And the reason being, there is resistance on this level, but once you break that, you can stop. It can be stopped here, and it can turn around and go back to chop. If it breaks this level here by 10 cents, again, you know, you got to look at risk reward because your first target would be to pivot low here. And if it comes up, goes above it, pulls back through, then the target would be here. So you always have to be looking at risk reward. Where's your, you know, where's the target at? You always have to know a target before you enter something. You always want to have a clear target and an entry. So you don't know where your target is. You know, I see beautiful tickers and I see beautiful charts and patterns all the time, but you know, it could be a beautiful setup. You know, I know it's going to go where it's going to go. It's only 25 cents. It's not, you know, it's not worth it. If the potential to make a lot of money is not there, I don't mess with it. So I like to make at least $3 to $5 on a move, if not more, not 20. And you know, it don't mean I'm going to take. So if my target's $20, it don't mean I'm going to take the $20. It means I'm going to take, you know, half of it. I might take a quarter. It just depends. It all depends. And if I see a $4 target on something, then I'll be looking to take probably half of that. You know, I'm never greedy with anything because I know when it comes to the target, reject and come back down. So I try to sell before it gets to it, and I'm getting the top of that because I know that retail is going to be chasing this move, and I want to be selling to them. I want to sell to them and get out, right? Because that's how I'm going to catch a gas spike. So when retail gets in, the new traders get in, I'm getting out. I'm selling that big old contract stuff. Yeah, NVIDIA can't really do anything right now with it until it breaks the low. The reason being it's chopping sideways. Yeah, chopping sideways right now. Nice, good job, man. Good job. Hey, profit's profit. Ralph, have a good day, brother. Man, this week was like, should have been a really good week. This market, this week was actually really clean. At least the last 3 or 4 days. Of course, after this time, you know, when stuff starts chopping sideways, it's really hard to interpret, without a doubt. Ralph, have a good day. Have a good weekend. Well, Ralph, you don't really need to worry about level 2. Myrna's come down here. You know, level 2 is nice, but focus on your entries, your exits first. I mean, level 2 is just a bonus. You know, if the key to remember is if you want to catch an extra spike as price is coming up to your target, join the ask. Just hit sell ask, join the ask, right? And just forget it. The thing is, you've got to be selling before it gets to your target, because as soon as it starts to pull back, you've got to now cancel it and chase the bid. So you can't be greedy with it. You know, I'd rather give up a couple dollars and sell before it gets to it than to let it hit my target and then it bounce and then I'm screwed chasing the bid, especially on these larger spreads. Actually trying to come on down. But yeah, look at Baba. But join the ask. You don't have to look at level 2. Join the ask. Baba's chopping sideways right now. It's bouncing off that pivot. Anything that's inside a really tight consolidation, don't mess with it. Look at the 60. Here's the inside candle right in the middle of that 60. So if you drew this candle here as 1, that's right smack in the middle. If you look at the 5 minute and 30, it's sideways, right? You can't do nothing with it. You know, it's safer. You could take this thing when it breaks out to 1360, and you know, you could short it when it breaks to 1230. It's safer to let it break to 1150. I mean, just straight up, don't touch it till it breaks to 1140 to 1150 to the downside, and you know, 213.60 to the upside. But you know, just to be honest with you, if you see any kind of chop on the higher time frames or lower time frame, just stay away from it until it breaks that one side or the other. Myrna, be sure to add to it when you can. I can't call all the ads, but first target's going to be the body of the green candle here, 274.34. But any kind of sideways movement, just stay out. Yeah, you're very welcome. And I'm not trying to be condescending. I'm just, if it's sideways, don't mess with it. Please don't. That's how you get chopped up. They need a clean break to the downside. And the stuff that's trending to the downside, if it breaks the low of the day, it's short. I mean, it's just short. That's all there is to it. It's really that simple. If you got something that's trending, the trending market's the easiest, absolute freaking damn easiest. So if it's trending up, you know, as soon as it breaks the high, it's long. If it's trending down, as soon as it breaks the low, it's short. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. It's that easy. Starbucks retesting pivot high here. If we get a bounce, come back up, it breaks that or fill the gap. It's not very big. Amazon's still trying to break that low. You see that 3-2. There's a measure move right here on the 60. Let me get it for you here. 95, 35. So it's $40 move. It's still got to go. Let's see where we're at here. So 35, 40, 35, 50 target on this thing. We got a Momo shooter right here on the 15 forming. Amazon is short right now. Amazon is short right this second for a scalp. High delta call, 0 DTE. Let's go. Butter eat. Join the ants. If you don't know how to do it, join the ants. And yeah, they are spreading. Myrna, pull your stops up pretty tight. It's gonna need to pull back here in a few minutes. So, you know, here lately, I'd rather just pull profits from these things and then hop back in on the downside. It's easier. It's safer.
Jerry, be careful with Myrna because it could rip right back up. It's going into the S&P 500. That's why it's moving.
Yeah, well, I got a pretty tight stop on it, my friend. Got a pretty tight stop on it.
John, I sent you the Unusual Whales login to your Discord messenger.
Awesome. Thank you.
I think what the market's going to do, Jerry, both on the SPY and Q, is going to take out yesterday's low, broaden the formation a little bit, and then turn around and go back up.
I like to see a base. It ain't gonna go down forever. Say that. I'm out of Amazon here. It's a nice scalp. Take that. Thank you, Amazon. Please come again. It's got room to go $34 more down here, but I'll take a $5 scalp any day. Hopefully Amazon comes up. There's a pretty good amount of support right here. Resistance at 35.8620. If it fails to break through there, to go short again here. High delta, 0 DTE call or puts. What you need. Set your limit immediately. We're back ready to be short again.
BA's above VWAP and it's they're moving up on the 15, might be a PMG all the way back high.
VA. We went through reversal. Oh, that's good. Let's see. Just be careful with this thing, man. It's horrible looking in a higher time frame. It could definitely come up though. It could definitely come up and see 223. I'd love to see this stuff reverse and come back up. I would.
We're just knocking down all these tech earnings because next week these tech stocks, because next week's when tech earnings start. So they're going to make them.
Amazon short again.
Amazon, yeah.
They're going to make them to where they weren't overbought.
Let it go back solid red if you're not in it yet. Amazon. Yeah, they're going to take stocks with it. Tesla chopping sideways. We need a clean break on Tesla. But I do. If it breaks that low, it'll be short. Chopping sideways right now. Large consolidation be the break. Keep on Novavax, yeah. Novavax breaks through pivot. We'll see Marna take back off too. Yeah, HD starting to 2-2 back up. Absolutely. That's the thing about HD. It likes to move up in the morning, come back, and then at the end of the day start to roll back up. I'm gonna go ahead and pull Prowess on Myrna.
Hey, Jerry, if you have time, you should, if Olivia's on, maybe you could give her some time after the market and help her out a little bit.
Oh yeah. We're definitely gonna get that straightened out. Definitely have to get that straightened out. With a larger account, it's really, cutting these losers should be a lot easier, right? Because the key is we can get back in them. Any kind of weakness, you should just cut the damn thing instantly. With a smaller account, it's harder because you want to take that capital and you want to, get the most out of it. So it can be more difficult to cut it. But the larger one, man, you should cut it at any sign of weakness, really. HD 3-2 back up. HD can really start to move up now as it comes up to this red candle. Next target 340.75 on this thing.
What's your target on HD if it breaks today's high?
It breaks today's high, so. $327.44. $327.45. It should be out of Myrna. Reason being Novak just broke pivot 1530 coming back up to test the high. And these two, one leads, one lags all the time. Take your profits. Netflix so far is making a higher low. Oracle, what are you doing up there on my screen? What a chop on the week. On the day, I mean. It's a 2-2 week, but it's up in that top 25%. We can see a nice push on this thing next week. You should be able to earn here. Starbucks bounced off that base, the pivot, right here on the 15. Right there. It can start to come back up. So Starbucks breaks 119.80. It's gonna be long. We'll target 120.48. There's probably better setups than this out there. But... All right, Myrna's fixing to go long here. While Novak's back up the top. So Myrna's going to be long. Target's 288, 289. That's $7. You can wait till this thing goes solid green here on the 5 minutes long. Yep. And look, these candles stack really, really tightly. You can bring this price up really, really fast. Really, really, really fast. Oh yeah, gotta check out Kilray. So it starts picking back up. You want to know about it. Amazon. Amazon short. Thing's dying. Amazon short right here. Scalp it again. Guys are trying to pick it up here. Momo shooter down on Amazon. They'll get you a piece of it.
Apple short.
Apple short. There's a pivot low right below it. Be careful. 147.08. Boy, it's wanting to fill that gap though. I tell you that. It breaks 147, it's gonna fill it. That would be really nice. All right, Netflix has wicked up 2 times on the 15er. This thing's really bearish. Candy man, candy man. All out of Amazon. Let's take a look at Baba. Shop trying to go short here. Space trying to come back up. Yes, trying to come back up. Mario's trying to come back up to the high. Baba, you gotta be kind of careful with it. It could come down and touch the low. I do like that it's breaking out a consolidation right here on 15. So it's a lot cleaner at least. First target would be 212. 211.80 and then 211.53. Amazon.
Amazon's almost touching that weekly pivot there, Jerry.
Yeah, she's nice. I've been scalping the shit out of it.
That'd be a nice bounce.
It's got room. It's got room for some more here. Got a measure move on the 60s, like $40. So it's got another $20 to the pivot. That would be a beautiful bounce. Yes, sir. It would be beautiful. A break and a retest. It'd be nice. I'd love to see that. Yeah. Add the Myrna here if you're long. Novavax and Myrna, they run together. The beauty of them is as one leads and one lags. So we see Novavax breaking right here on the 5 minute, or not breaking, but it's touching the high. Pretty good indicator that Myrna will follow suit. Don't always happen, but it happens when it don't. Amazon. Here.
Microsoft broke yesterday's low.
Amazon's still short here. And there's that major move right here on the 60. This candle right here. Amazon's still short here. Nice one. Netflix is short still. Netflix is short. Had two big shooters down side by side. BBIG short for PMG down. Watch Etsy here. She could be short. 15 or 22 down. Amazon dying. She dying. Thank you so much, Amazon. I love you. I'm watching Etsy here.
Novavax looks strong. It's right at the pivot high, but if it breaks through, it could go.
Yeah, it's bouncing right there, and it's kind of pulling back right now. But if it wants to run, it'll go. A lot of stuff just chopping sideways. The video tells me right there at the base too. It's at a crossroad right now. It could turn back up and go through range, or it can reverse here and go lower. Netflix is still going down. I got some big shooter wicks. There's a lot of volatility. Tesla's trying to come up right now. It could be long, but for a scalp, Tesla's long right now for a scalp. You can target the wick on the 15. I mean, the red candle on the 15, sorry.
Are you buying this week's options or next week's?
Next week on Tesla. I'd love to go into the weekend green, like on SPY and stuff. That happens, we can, the whole market could reverse and go back up. I'd like to see it. Amazon's trying to shoot you back up right now. Tesla's target is that green candle on 15. Next week's out. Next week. Target 648. So before you get there. All right, Amazon's got some resistance at 35.86. Breaks above that, we'll start looking at taking it long. Still scalping here, that's all I'm doing. BBIG is PMG down, it's still going lower. Chickens. All right, UNH is popping up here.
Peter McCullough, and I'm an
UNH broke above pivot high or the pivot low. Come back out.
Jerry, how are you getting good fills on UNH?
You don't. You don't get good fills on UNH. It's really spreading. Yeah, UNH has always been super spreading. There's not much you can do about it. Not with UNH. Now you could try to limit in, to get a better price, and it's probably the best thing to do, especially right here around lunch. In the morning, the first 30 minutes a day, 45 minutes a day is the best to stay at the market. It's like LRCX is a good one, but it's spreading. So it's not something you want to be hanging around. Nobody's trying to get here. Back up.
Zoom just broke the day's high.
Where did? Oh, Zoom.
Zoom.
Setting up for a nice BMG. On 60. Nobody's just trying to break. I really want to see Essie 2-2 back up. I don't know why. I just like it. I want to see it pop up. Still need to see more information. I really like to see it over 185.
Google might be getting ready here for a short. Might get down to 25.12 maybe.
Google's really cheap today, too. So there you go. It's super, super strong. It needs a clear. 25.22. Touch it. I like to see when I like to know when
Zoom
it's
just
gonna start
pulled back to retest the day high. Sorry, Jerry, but it's long now.
nice. Zoom. Got some pretty good resistance at 36, 361.80. See if it breaks through there. 361.78. I'd love to see Zoom go on.
Can you take a look at this pie, please?
You don't want to touch until it breaks out of.
Amazon's moving.
Spies, you don't want to touch SPY until it breaks 430, 436, probably 40 at least. Until then, it's stuck sideways. Amazon needs a break. It's almost breaking right now. There's some resistance up there. Guess they hit target, guys. If you was in it to win it for a scalp. Amazon, it needs to break. Well, it's on a long signal right now, but there's a lot of resistance on the way up. SPY's coming on up. It's good. VIX has got a big doji. It's like a hammer. Yeah, Amazon really needs it. It could PMG back up here, but oh man, I don't trust it too much right now. Tell you what, I'd like to see Amazon clear at least 35.95. You can definitely scalp with that for sure. Of course, you can do whatever you want to do. These are just my opinions. It's not advice or anything like that. Zoom. What are you doing over here? It's got major resistance at 361.70 or 80. Goes through there, it's really get going now. SPY's getting close. Amazon getting close to breaking. See how it reacts at 35.95. Remember, every time frame is on pullback. Pulling my money out of UNH here. It's gonna take us probably a minute to get filled. It's spready, but if you got good confidence, it's gonna move up. It's worth it. You catch the top of that ass. Etsy. That's what I'm watching right now. Etsy shop trying to come up. Etsy's gonna be long when it crosses 185.65. Amazon pulling back. Zoom's trying to come back. Space on that today. SPY's pulling back. Just a hater. Come on, Etsy. Break. 2215, 2230. Back up, made a higher low or higher, yeah, higher low. Out of UNH. Take a little shot right quick. Shop looks pretty good here. Shop can come up and say, and you see, these are different because there's not so much shop here. We're coming up a big red candle here. So shop's gonna be long, target 1441. Actually 42. There's a pullback here. First pullback, second pullback. A little small hammer. And it's above the split right here. All right. So the chances of getting it to here is pretty damn good. 1442. Going to be selling before you get to it. Amazon pulls back and breaks back above here. I still need to see above resistance. The Shopify is long here. Not much will move. 3 or 4 bucks. All right, we'll push out both resistance here. Come on, shot, push. Real quick. I'm not looking for the entire move. I'm looking for a small portion of the move. All right. Bigger tickers. All right, Roku. If it breaks out of 406, it's going to be long. It's breaking above the pivot high on a 60. All right, we're going to target. We'll target the body and the wicks. Body wick, body wick, body wick. All the Shopify. All right, I got a little shit on this thing here. 40607. Ooh, Etsy's still coming out there. You can take an early entry in Etsy. It's safer to wait till it breaks. And same thing with Roku. It needs a clean break. Netflix is still going down. It's just ugly as hell. There's a lot of volatility of those wicks. All right, Amazon here. Got a big old ass shooter. It breaks 35.77.90 to be short. Target 35.72. Okay. Roku shot break here. Shopify still moving. Shopify. Shopify target still right there. Yeah, that's a target. 1442 is the target. You don't need it all. See a part of it. CRWD trying to come up. You don't need it all. You just need a piece. CRWD trying to PMG up. The CRWD is long right now. You just target the top of these big red candles, 252.06, only 65 cents. So it's not really worth messing with, frankly. Will we get there? Yeah, we'll get there. So hold on. There it is. All right, Roku. Roku just broke. You got to give it a little bit. There's some resistance right here at 406.64. That'll be entry, 406.65. We get pretty damn exact on these entries and targets. They're just not large. They're just not very large. You got to scalp them. So you can make money all day in these. Just like UNH hit target. Shopify hit target pretty easily. CRWD is almost a target. Zoom might get us a breakout after all. Novak's Solidarity trying to break right now. Shot back up. Yeah, so target on shop is the top of this candle here. Next to the body. All right, Zoom. Zoom retested and broke. So Zoom is now long. Next target's going to be 363, 366.50. Etsy. Spice fixing to be long. You can go ahead and get along Etsy. Coming up the market. Spice may long over 430, 436. Be careful. VIX is coming down really nicely. Reversal on the downside. I could bring the market with it. CRWD hit target. CRWD hit target. It's only $1. You know, if you like $1 move, it's great. Next target's gonna be pivot high. Novak's is fixing to go long here too. Consolidation break to the upside. All right. It's a clean break at this level, 187. I'd say 188. Be on the safe side. Volume is decreasing. You got to keep that in mind. UNH hit target easily. Not a big move, but when you catch the top of the ask, it helps. Chart. Consolidation trying to break. Pretty good move this morning. T12 continuation measure move 60. Wish. Chatting on wish. wish. Guys, I'm probably fixing to cut it. Let John take over, if he wants to take over.
Zoom's longer, add to it.
Yeah, Zoom looks good now. Novak's is long. Salvation break. I love that big old red candle on a 30. Good thing. Novak's making moves. Roku's looking really good if you got in. Roku's got a big old ass red candle come up. The MG fiber. Target on Roku, 413. See what WD give it high. Novak's still going. Novak just broke out consolidation. Target's give it high 60. 189.
AJ, what do you think of Disney?
Disney's in a really tight consolidation right now at 5 minute. It needs to break through the pivot on the 60 at 182.20. And so look, if it gets above, it needs to break above 182.30. It'll take it long. Your target is the pivot high here. All right, so 182, target 182.40. Then you can see pivot high here. It needs to break out its consolidation. So it's marked by the pivot high, but really, if you look right here, there's a lot of consolidation or resistance right here. See the wicks? Every time it came to this zone right here, it's touched. So it touched it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times there and pulled back immediately. So if it does break here, it could touch it and pull back. You can touch it and then pull back. So you want it to break the top of this thing by 10 or 20 cents. All right. And then your next resistance level is here, pivot low. And here we're going to target each. The reason I like to target the body and the wick, because a lot of times the bodies and the wicks, there'll be support resistance zones. There's a pretty good one right here as well. And that's marked by point of control from yesterday too, actually. So support here, resistance, support resistance.
So when it breaks, wait for pullback and then.
Yeah, absolutely. You can wait on the pullback, but it needs to clear. It's got to clear this zone right here. See where all the candles touch? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So every time I try to pull up in this area here, it get rejected. So if it can come back up, it can reject again. If it breaks through there, remember it's got to be, they got to be buying it pretty good. There's got to be a lot of strength to push it through this zone here. So just like, that's what I say in my mind, like, dang, this is a pretty, price is rejected here 5 or 6 times. They got to be pretty strong to push it through this area. So they can push it through there by at least 10 or 20 cents. It's strong enough to keep them going. And that's just a really tight consolidation. But yeah, so it breaks this level here. Yeah. Exact price on it. 182.30 will be your entry on it. Let me take a look at the higher time frame real quick. We're gonna keep the higher time frame in mind. All right, chopping sideways, shooting weight. It broke at a consolidation. It's chopping sideways right now. It's not ideal. It's not a bad, one of the best looking ones. It don't look too bad though. The range, your target's not gonna be very, very big on it. A lot of resistance gonna get through. But yeah, so if you're gonna take it long with it, break 180, 230 though. Yeah. Let's see Amazon real quick. All right. Amazon breaks 35.95. It's long. Nothing expensive ass stuff. 3,000 shares traded today. Moves $115 a day. Yeah. CRWD.
Zoom's still going. Longer ride to it.
Yeah, Zoom's nice. It's probably one of the best looking ones right now.
Square's broken up too.
Nice. Yeah, it was just like Zoom. Target 241.60 on.
I found Zoom using John's high-low orders. The graph that's red and green.
Nice. Yeah, I keep Zoom on my screen all the time. Pretty good. That's trying to come up. Mercury's still pushing too. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla's gonna be long over 650. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Yeah. Yeah, nice stickers out there today. American Tower's kicking butt.
Jerry, look at Microsoft on the 15th, did a 2-2 reversal. Where did it stop at? Exactly to the penny on VWAP.
Sure, yeah. Ooh, that'd be a good short right there. You know, rejection. I'm gonna shoot her down. Microsoft short right now. Berkeley's still pushing up here. Well, a flip. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. I'm done for the day. I might come back in after a while and look at the close. I'm done for the day. I've had too much fun for Friday. Zoom's still looking good. Add to it right here. One. Open still pushing. Keep going on Tesla. That's right here at the top. Consolidating. Amazon's wedging. It goes away really. Roku's got the same looking setup as Zoom does. Target, of course, let me pick it high. Zoom looks really nice too. Target, pivot high. 68, yeah. Keep an eye on Tesla here too. It's trying to break. Price spine stronger than it is. The Tesla's gonna be on it, breaks 640 or 650. Novax is longer, add to it right now as well. Roku breaks the top, it'll be a long add to it. All right, guys. You have a good weekend. I'll talk to you Monday morning. And you do it.
See ya.
Bye, y'all.
See you later.
Hey, Jared. You guys still trading?
Now you
I got
take
out
over.
of Roku.